Hello friends, today we are going to continue chapter number 2, Cultural Heritage of India, Handicrafts and Fine Arts, lecture number 6. Friends, in the previous lecture we discussed about different types of arts. Starting from the chapter we discussed different arts. Like in the very first lecture we discussed about the clay art. After that, we also understood about the genetic heritage and the materialistic heritage, through which we can see lots of artists present in our country. Friends, after that we discussed about the clay art that is present from ancient India. After that, we discussed about the spinning art. We also discussed about the hand weaving art. After that, we discussed about the very well known art of Gujarat, that is the Patola of Patan. Friends, Patola of Patan, we discussed that art is 850 years old art. That means it is also considered as the ancient, one of the well known ancient art. Friends, these are some of the very well known arts. And these are the example which have bestowed India among the one of the very well-known position in the world. Friends, it is really a matter of proud for us that such very talented artisans have taken birth in our country. Friends, we discussed when we were discussing about Patola of Patan that the art of Patola of Patan was very artistic. This art was very complicated. It was also time consuming art, and only some of the artisans had the talent to do this kind of skilled work. Friends, Patola of Patan was also known as Bevarit. It can be worn from either side. The weaving was done on both the sides so that it can be worn on both the sides. Friends, here it is said that the durability of that cloth of Patola of Patan was also well known. Even the color remained intact for several years. Friends, these things was well known in even the European countries. Friends, this shows the extraordinary work of our artisans. After that, in the previous lecture, we discussed about the embroidery work. Friends, we discussed that the evidences of this embroidery work done by the artisans, this talented work, was seen from the evidences that we got from the remains of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. Friends, the statues of god goddesses and the people of that time that we got from the remains of this Mohenjo-daro and Harappa had the clothes that were made through this embroidery work. This shows that this embroidery work was also very ancient. We discussed that even the man and woman of that time, they used to wear this embroidery work. We discussed lots of various things like chakda, pillow cover, bed sheets. Such kind of things were also made by this embroidery work. Friends, today we are going to discuss the topic that is the leather work or the leather industry of India. Let us discuss the leather industry of India. So friends, today we are going to cover the topic that is the leather industry or the leather art. Leather art, or we can say leather industry. Friends, today the topic that we are going to cover, that is the leather art of India or the leather industry. Friends, as we discussed that After discussing different types of art, this leather industry also plays a very important role since ancient time. Friends, as we all know that in the present time also, we use lots of things that are made of leather. We use spurs, belts, shoes, leather bags. Lots of such things are made from leather, which we use in our daily purposes. Friends, this leather art or this leather industry is existing since ancient times. Friends, we had lots of such artists who had mastery in this leather art as well. Friends, this leather art was considered a very prominent art in the ancient time as well. Friends, when we are discussing about this leather art, it is said since our ancient India, this art was developed very much. Here it is said, since ancient time, we used the skin of dead animals as leather. Friends, here it is said that since ancient time we use the skin of dead animals as leather to and many various products were made from leather, which was very well known. Friends, many various products that were made from leather were very well known. Here it is said that when the animal died, the skin of that animal was used to make various products of leather. Friend, here it is said, when the animal died, the skin of that animal was used in a traditional manner to make various products of leathers. Leather industry, here you can say that leather industry has a prominent place in our country. And culture. Friends, leather industry has a very prominent place in our country and culture. So friends, as we know that this leather is produced from the skin of the dead animal. When any animal dies, the skin is traditionally used to make leather, and from that leather, various products of this leather are made very artistically. Friends, let us now learn about the different uses of leather. Let us learn the uses of leather. Friends, for what purposes this leather was used in the past, let us understand about that. Here we said initially it was used for making mashak. Mashak, what is mashak? Means it is a bag for fetching and storing water. Friends, here it is said that in the past, as we all know, that transportation facilities were not available, and for that people had to travel a long distance, and during that time this masak was used to store water in it. It is one kind of water bags in which the water was preserved. Also, these masak were used to pull the water out from the well. Friends, initially this leather was used to make masak. Then it was also used for making musical instruments. Musical instruments like dole, drum, tabla, etc. Friends, this leather was also used for the musical instrument, for making musical instruments like drum, tabla, dole, etc. Friends, when we discuss about the music art, we know that even our Indian people were fond of music since ancient time, and today also, as we know, that music plays a very important role in our life. Friends, these in the past also, this leather was very much useful in making the musical instruments like dole, drum and tabla that used to cherish the life of humans in the past, in the ancient time. Friends, let us discuss further. Friends, here the another important use. Here it is said that, as we discussed, that this leather was used for making musical instrument. It was also used as bellows for blacksmiths. It was also useful for the blacksmiths for making bellows for them, so that they can keep their instruments safe. So it was also used as bellows for the blacksmith. So it was also useful for blacksmiths. Then footwear of Rajasthan made of leather were very famous. Here it says, friends, the footwear of Rajasthan that were made of leather were very famous in the past. Friends, again here it is said, which footwear? We can say mojadi. If it is asked that which footwear of Rajasthan that was made of leather is famous, then we can consider it as mojadi. The mojadi that was made in Rajasthan was very famous in the past, right? So friends, these we can see that even the leather belts are made leather belts are made. So one more use of leather, that is leather belt. Then it was also used in making shield, used during wars. The seals that were made for the safety of the kings and queens, these seals, and that were used for their usual purpose. These seals were also made of leather during wars. It was used during wars. So another important use, then here it is said, shoes, then leather knitted purses, leather knitted. Here, as we use this thing in our daily life, shoes, leather knitted purses, belts, etc. are used even nowadays. Even nowadays, we use lots of such things that is made of leather, like shoes, leather knitted purses, then belts. These all are used even today. Then shal, it is the ancient, it was used in the ancient time. Then palan, lagan, lagam, etc. were also used in ancient time, made of leather. So friends, these are the things in which the leather was used in the majority purpose. Friends, as we discussed, now the uses of this leather. Through these uses, you can now clearly see that how this leather industry and this leather art is useful for us. Friends, we discussed from the starting itself that this leather art is very ancient. Since the kings and the queens ruled on the princely states, they were also fond of using these leather items. Friends, we also discussed that these leather things were made from the skin of the dead animals. When the animal died, this skin was traditionally used and then made leather, and various leather products were made from these dead animals' skin. Friends, then we looked about the uses of leather. We looked that the uses of leather is done in different ways. It is used to make the bag to fetch the water that we call mashak. Then we also discussed that it was used for making mojris, the footwear that is made in Rajasthan, that is very famous. It is also used in making the belts, purses, right, and lots of other things like shoes. Leather is used even in the present time also. Friends, we also learned that chakda, sal, palan, lagam, that is used in the horse. These each and everything was made of leather. Even during the wars, the seals were made of leather. So, friends, here it is said, these leather played a very important role even in the ancient time. Maximum people used these leather items in the ancient time. So, again, these leather art, only there are some artists who knew this art of using this leather and turning this leather into various products. How to make various products from the leather. That art was only with some of the people. There were only some of the artisans who knew this talent, who knew this art. So friends, today we discussed about the leather art. about the leather industry. Friends, we'll discuss about the other arts in the next session. Thank you.